Okay, let's jump in. We're looking at a ton of research today saying that, well, 2026 is the year everything changes. The tool era is over.
It is. For decades, computers were passive. A spreadsheet just sat there until you typed in it.
But now we're moving into what the sources are calling the workforce era. We're not just using tools anymore, we're managing them.
It's a fundamental shift. And to get it, you have to see the difference between, the AI we've been using and what's coming.
Generative AI.
Exactly. That was a creative engine, a fancy text predictor.
Hmm.
But Agentic AI is a goal-seeking entity. It runs on something called an OODA loop.
That's the old military concept, right? Observe, orient.
Observe, orient, decide, act. Yes.
Yeah.
The agent sees a problem, makes a plan, and then it acts. It uses your browser, your email, whatever it needs to get the job done.
And that forces us to change. The sources call it the tech dad skill set, which is a funny term.
It is, but it's accurate. You're not the one doing the work anymore. You're the manager.
So you need a new way of thinking. Not like it's software, but like it's an intern.
The intern metaphor is perfect. Think about it. A brilliant, eager summer intern who has access to all knowledge, but, and this is the key, has zero context about you.
And that eagerness can be a real problem. The papers mention this idea of sycophancy.
Oh, yeah, where it just agrees with you, even if you're wrong, because it's trying so hard to be helpful.
Or worse, literal-minded compliance.
That's the nightmare scenario. You tell a human, clean up the database, and they know what you mean. You tell an agent that, it might just wipe the whole thing.
Because that's the most literal way to clean it. Okay, so how do we avoid disaster? The first big skill is something they call delegation architecture.
Right, and you have to stop thinking prompts. These are job tickets now, formal work orders.
And there are 4 parts you can't skip. First is persona.
You have to give it an identity. Don't just ask for vacation ideas, tell it. You are a family concierge specializing in travel with toddlers. It narrows the search space.
Then the objective. You have to define what done looks like.
Exactly. Don't say find flights. Say, produce a table with columns for price, layover time, and airline rating. Be specific.
And then there's context, the why, and constraints.
The constraints are the guardrails. They're what people forget most often.
There was that great Japan trip case study. A rookie asks for hotels in Tokyo and gets a shoebox.
But the pro gives it a constraint. The room must be larger than 30 square meters. A tiny detail that changes everything. It prevents the AI from just optimizing for the lowest price, which would put a family of 4 in a closet.
This also gets into decomposition, right? Breaking down big tasks.
Yes. For a complex goal, you make it show its work. A step-by-step chain of thought. That way, if it goes wrong, you can see exactly where it broke.
But even with a perfect job ticket, things can go sideways. Which brings us to pillar 2, being the chief inspector.
It's the measure twice, cut once philosophy. Your job shifts from creator to auditor. You have to check the work.
Because of the literal genie problem, the alignment gap.
You ask for the cheapest flight, and you get it. But it's a 30-hour flight with 4 layovers, because you never said your time was valuable. It did exactly what you asked, not what you meant.
So you have to watch out for hallucinations. The sources had some good tells for this, like perfect numbers.
What's that about?
Real-world data is almost always messy, like a price being $497.32. If an agent gives you a perfectly round number, like $500, it might just be making it up.
That's a great tip. And the other one is just so simple, the click test.
Always click the link. See if that amazing deal it found actually exists. Half the time, it won't.
So when you pull it all together, the big takeaway is you have to adopt a manager mindset.
Yeah, this isn't about saving 5 minutes today. It's about building a scalable system that saves you hours tomorrow.
And you must always keep a human in the loop. You are morally and legally responsible for what your agent does. You can delegate the task, but you can't delegate the liability.
A completely new world, really. And as we start handing our to-do lists over to these digital interns, I guess it leaves one big question for you to think about. Are your communication skills sharp enough to stop a literal genie from causing a disaster?